Welcome back to the channel, everybody.
Today we're going to be talking about getting out from side control.
What's with the robot voice all the time?
Today we're going to be talking about getting
You
out
might as
from
well do
side
it like that,
control.
because then at least it's like on the edge of like, at least he's trying to do it like that. Welcome back to the channel, everybody.
Fuck.
All right. Yeah, watch out to these. You just gotta follow.
Dealing with pressure from dealing.
No, we're getting out of side
escaping
control.
side control. Okay,
Yes, we're getting out of side
We're
control.
getting out. Okay, I like it.
We're all on the same page now, so let's get to the mats.
Here we go. Action works. What if you just go like, "Hey," and then you look at me and be like, "Oh, what's up?" Not like having a conversation with you while you're out here.
So let's get out of side control. Okay, so now we're using this one specifically when we've really screwed up, okay? My hands should never both be back here, okay? We can make an argument for the one by the head, but we can never make an argument for this one. Like, I don't care what kind of slick darsh you saw on YouTube on somebody else's channel, but don't do this, okay? I need to get this back. But when my partner does a very good job of keeping this tight, it can be a challenge. But we always want to keep the goal in mind of what am I doing next? So I'm not going to try to escape side control. My first goal, frame. I've got to get back to a good solid frame. Then and only then do I recover from side control. I see too many of you white belts and your blue belts, even some of you crappier black belts, trying to get out from this position where like you do this freak out like hold press, and then you're like, well, I hate being in side control. This shouldn't be a position you guys really fear. Okay, so I'm hugging the head. He's in here nice and tight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go take my bicep and I'm gonna go around his head. Okay, and I'm gonna try to touch and flick his ear.
Hey man.
Okay, I'm just gonna come around. I'm gonna give a little touch. Now, in all seriousness, that's my goal. I want to touch his ear. I want to hold his head tight. So I'm going to flex and squeeze. Now, with one hard bridge, my goal is to move his head to this side of my head. So I'm going to go heavy bridge, and I'm going to roll. And look, I'm going to punch his head to this side. When I do that, my elbow naturally frames into the hip, and now I can start shoulder walking away from my partner, and now I can get into a good frame where I can bring that knee inside, replace the foot, and I can get back to guard relatively easy. Now, the head can be a challenge to bring over, so it's going to take a little bit of strength, a little bit of girth, okay? You got to really throw your weight into this. See, I didn't even like that. I had like a natural frame there. This isn't okay for me. But it's not a position I fear, and that's what's important. So when I get into this position, my partner's creating a lot of shoulder pressure. I'm in here. I'm going to start shoulder walking, moving, heavy bridge. Boom. I bring his head to the other side. Super uncomfortable. Now, my elbow has already recovered because I have focused on messing up Frosty's hair right here. I'm just giving it a little shake. And now I'm recovered. Now I can bring that knee in when he picks his head up. I can get a good solid frame. We refer to it as catching the football in the shoulder. Boom, shoulders go back, foot comes inside the thigh, and now we can look to get offensive with whatever we want. That's our first one to get out of side control. You know, we decided to kind of ignore like white belt 101, like shrimp, knee inside. That's stuff everybody should know.
And it doesn't work very well. I've been doing it for years.
Works for me. A little bit of shrimp, a little bit of knee, a little bit of frame.
I gotta work on it.
Seriously.
This one works for me all the time. Just use this one. And the other two we're gonna show you.
Coming up on a single leg, my favorite recovery. I love to mix wrestling and BJJ. I love it. It makes your life so much easier if you have a base level of wrestling. And I'm not talking like high level high school or even high school level wrestling. I'm talking like
Elementary school wrestling.
You tried it out for 2 weeks, you learned a couple of things, you decided it wasn't for you. That's the level of wrestling you need here. Okay, so this time I have a frame, but my partner is still creating shoulder pressure, and why you gotta do it so hard? I'm trying to have a conversation with the people.
Be realistic, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a conversation.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Come on. Okay, so seriously? Okay, so I'm karate chopping the hip, okay, to keep him back. Now, I'm going to hit a heavy shoulder bridge, but my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fake go for the recover. Okay, I'm going to fake it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my heavy bridge, boom, try to touch my nose to the mat, look, and my hand just swims inside, and then I come right back. Boom, and I let him kind of settle into the position where my hand is on the back side of his armpit, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be able to snake my arm through to get to the leg. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit that same heavy bridge, karate chop action here on the hip, heavy, heavy bridge, 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 flare that elbow, give him a little loving here against the face, and now look, I can lead with that pinky, move, I'm trying to see. I'm gonna lead with that pinky, and then I'm gonna reverse shrimp. And I'm gonna use the inner part of his thigh to guide myself out and get to that single leg, okay? Let's take another look. So, now you can create a little bit of pressure. We can make it a little bit more realistic. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, karate chop action to remove some of the pressure. A little bit of shoulder walk, heavy bridge, snake that hand through, come right back, and let him think, oh, he almost had it.
Close one.
Close one, yeah, close one. Now we're gonna sell it. We're gonna, oh, you got me. Oh, you got me. Boom, heavy shoulder bridge. Give him a little loving with the elbow. Boom. Pinky first, every time, guys. Don't go thumb first. Super uncomfortable. Pinky first. Down, shrimp. Switch the base. Stay low to the floor. Lock those hands in tight on the leg. And from here, there's a lot of different options. It really depends on what he's trying to do. I just like to build my base, pull his ankle, step over, drive in, and then work on coming up on top, okay? There's a lot of different options from there. If you guys want to see those options, let us know in the comments below, and we can get that video shot for you. Otherwise, figure it out from there, play from there. There's a couple different options, you know, doubles, singles, deep halves, you know. The world is your oyster from there. Got nothing. He's got nothing.
It's
for you.
late.
He's got nothing.
I'm trying to go to bed, man.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna stay and play video games. You gonna do it?
The third one is gonna be a force to north-south. Now, I know most people don't like north-south, okay? And I promise you that I am not telling you to get out of side control by going to north-south. But there's an awesome counter you can hit when you anticipate the transition to north-south, which isn't really much of a transition, but you're gonna kind of lead your partner into going there. So, we're gonna be in side control. Now, what a lot of people like to do, and he's gonna do it when I say it, because
I'm a good partner.
yeah,
Yeah.
they like to create shoulder pressure, and he's gonna be driving his shoulder in. And what I need to do is, once side control happens, I have to take my ear and I have to bring it to my shoulder so that I can start turning against his arm. Okay, that way when he creates that shoulder pressure, he has a hard time turning my head the other way. If I don't do that and he pulls and he starts driving, he can start making me look the other way, and then I'm gonna lose the ability to frame really hard, okay? So when he starts to hit that side control, look, I'm just gonna crank in and I'm gonna meet the resistance. Jiu-Jitsu is a physical sport. We gotta get physical here. So crank in, meet it, karate chop action on the hip, good frame, good gooseneck here, gooseneck on the shoulder, okay? Make sure we use our fingers, not our wrist, okay? Don't get wrist locked like that. Fingers, curl in, elbow, you know, curl up, make the chin uncomfortable here, okay? So that's everything I'm doing. You know, that hidden jiu-jitsu everybody always talks about, where he's pressuring in, I'm pressuring in on karate chop action so he can't get hit, and I'm goosenecking just a little bit so that we feel each other. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hip to sweep his arm out from him, because he's trying to use that elbow to keep my hip tight so that I can't get my knee in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing my hip. I'm going to brush it across the mat, just like that. Move, and I'm going to start walking. I'm going to keep using my hip. And look, I'm going to gooseneck. Look at me move his head over my head. Okay? As I sweep my hip, I'm going to walk through and I'm going to gooseneck. And I'm going to let his head, or I'm sorry, my head slide under, and I want his shoulder to slide up my head. As that happens, guys will always make this transition to come into north-south. Keep coming, keep coming. For those of you guys who don't know, north-south, try not to get here. But if you haven't seen the video yet, we have escapes from this position. Make sure you check it out, okay? So, we're here. He's got that pressure. So now that you know where he's going, let's look at our opportunity to counter. So I've got a good karate chop action. I've got a good gooseneck, and I've got a lot of pressure here. And I'm sweeping the hips, okay? I'm walking, and I'm guiding him up. Now, as he goes to roll through, I'm going to roll my hand to the inside, and I'm going to guide his hand out as I kick through. Right here. Look at the extension on my body. I'm not balled up. My head is close to his leg. I'm framing against this arm so that I can't get Darce or Anaconda. Okay, and I'm going to look. I'm going to lace my hand to his shin. Now, I'm not going to get up and get greedy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk my feet in. Walk, 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 walk. Step over his ankle and get to half guard. And again, there's a lot of techniques from this half guard position where we're low on the ankle. I do come up with an underhook where he's got a whizzer. So that's always a good position to be in. If you guys want to see some sweeps from here, let us know. Happy to shoot it. But again, this one's about getting out of side control. So that's what our focus is right now. So he's got a good drive. I'm driving, I'm goosenecking, I'm sweeping my hip. Sweeping, sweeping, sweeping right here. Boom. Look how up he is with my frame. Come around. Walk, 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 walk. Whizzer, whizzer, whizzer. There we go. Boom. Trap the ankle. We can take the back. We can limp arm and come up. A couple of different options there. But that's essentially three of my favorites. I use them all the time. They get me out of a lot of trouble. I actually don't think of side control as a bad position. You know, having the ability to get out, you know, just makes me that more offensive because I don't really fear it.
I'm
Submit
definitely
everyone.
afraid of side control.
Wussy.
Don't get caught in it. Don't be like me. Be like him.
Such a wussy.
You're welcome.
Take two.
Ohayou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu for watching our escaping side control video.
What if they're watching it in the evening?
International language learning with Travis Stevens.
Don't pay for that. It's not good. You'll learn gargoyle, grunting, and staring off into the abyss. With the occasional hand gesture.
AKA how to intimidate foreigners. Will not enhance international relations.
Coming soon, $7.95.
That's right. Like
There'll be an app.
Fuji Films. Yeah, we could do an app. That's a good idea. Oh, okay. Escaping side control. Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out our video on escaping side control.
And remember, it's not something you should be fearing. Rather, something you shouldn't mind getting out of, right? The more you attack, the more opportunities there are for your partner to pass. If you feel comfortable attacking, percentages... Nope, I fucked it up because they're not attacking.
So close.
They're
getting
not
out.
attacking. They're getting out.
Into an advantageous position. Ideally.
Yes. Okay.
Here we go. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out our video on escaping from side control.
And remember, side control isn't a position to be feared. It should be one that you feel very comfortable in and have the ability to recover from. The better your side control recoveries are, the better your attacks are going to be.
If you found this video helpful, please give us a comment and a like, and subscribe if you want to see more of the Travis Stevens and Frosty show.
Why do you gotta sound so robotic all the time?
Is that robotic? I think I sound pretty
Please
animated.
like and subscribe to the channel.
We really appreciate it.
Good show.